Voice is a little low today. Don't know why, but we're gonna make it work.
It's because you've been getting jacked.
Yeah, it's all the extra test flowing
Yeah.
straight to my nad.
Yeah. Definitely not to your
trend
penis.
too. It's the
Definitely not to your penis.
Yeah, my back looks like an absolute minefield from the trend, but hey, the gains.
Worth it. I didn't want to have my testicles in 15 years anyway.
Fuck it, dude. I'm just irrationally angry all the time.
I want to grow man breasts.
I already have those. That's what we're trying to lose.
that's why we go. That's why we go to the gym.
Yeah, Robbie and I are literally holding hands on the way down.
Dude, I haven't
so
eaten.
cute.
I legitimately have not eaten more than 1,600 calories this week, a single day. I'm so hungry.
How does that make you feel?
I mean, feels pretty good, I guess.
Has that? Yeah, like has
I just drink a lot of water. No, that's the frustrating thing.
Cheat meal. It sounds like on the weekend.
Yeah, probably. I mean that happens anyways. So.
Yeah, you don't have to plan that. Good evening. Welcome to the Bros and the Berg podcast, hosted by yours truly, Ryan Doyle, Connor Doyle, and Robbie Bergstone. We appreciate you tuning in for another week of this phenomenal podcast on wherever you get your podcasts.
We do apologize for the hiatus. Connor and Ryan were on vacation last week for spring break because they're still in a world where you get spring break. I learned this year that in the real world you don't get spring break. But they had a good time.
We did.
Once
Always.
everyone arrived.
Yeah. Ryan, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, it was pretty wild. So for all the fans and viewers out there, we were scheduled to go to Puerto Rico Saturday to Saturday, essentially. And I woke up at 2:30 in the morning to go to the restroom, checked my flight information to see if everything was still good. My flight was taking off at 7:30. And it said the flight was canceled. No rebooking options until Tuesday. So literally like 72 hours later. And there was absolutely no other flights leaving from the airport I was flying out of any earlier. So I just had to really suck it up and miss 3 days of the tropical vacation. So that was kind of sad. That's a big L. Massive L.
Huge.
Connor was sending me texts and pictures
I was trolling him.
shitting on me for missing my flight. So
I had one with like a shit-faced grin where I was just lying in a hammock. I just sent it straight to him.
How's the weather down there, Ryan?
Yeah, pretty much.
This sucks.
But
But it was all good once we got there and had a good time.
Indeed. Robbie, you do anything special last week, or you just being a little?
I took a little trip to see some friends last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
The
little St. Patrick's Day action. So that was a good time. Ryan almost attended, but then flights didn't quite work out.
Yeah.
So
that would have been a lot of fun for sure. But I'm sure we'll hit that up this summer in the ATL whenever you move back.
For those of you that don't know, the drinking age in Puerto Rico is 18, and I tried a few drinks for the first
let's
time. Bob.
go. What was your favorite? What was your favorite? I need a tier list of the drinks you had and what your favorite one was.
I only had like 3 or 4. But the first day, the first day I had a strawberry.
In 1 hour, or
no. The first day I had a strawberry daiquiri. That was good.
Elite.
Mom and Ryan said it was the best one they'd ever had. I think Dad said that too.
It was absolutely elite.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, that was very good. And I apparently have a taste for mojitos. I really like mojitos. I don't know why. I think it's like mint and lime. I really like those two tastes, so I think they just go well together for me.
I can't do the mint personally.
I'm not a big fresh mint.
I get it. And then so yeah, I had 2 mojitos at some point, and then I tried a oh my god, what was the wine thing I had, Ryan?
Oh, like white sangria.
Oh, sangria. Yeah,
okay.
sangria.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of wine. It was okay, but it wasn't like I wouldn't.
Yeah, he left half of that, and then of course I finished.
Chugged it.
I think red sangria is better than white sangria, but
that's terrible take.
That's just me. Oh, really? I like red sangria.
Hate tequila. Tequila makes me want to die.
That's fair. Yeah, same.
Off. And I tried Mom's, and I like the salt on the rim made it even worse. I was like, holy ass. Like this is
I
terrible.
I will drink a drink with tequila in it, but I will not drink straight tequila.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite, most recent memories from the past year is when we were playing Stack Cup, and I think we were supposed to have all the cups filled with either beer or like hard seltzers or whatnot. You know, something you get down quickly and you can
Something
continue
that
on
you're
with the
used to
game.
sipping on and
Yes.
just hanging out.
So Robbie got a cup with just tequila in it, and he,
Jeez.
I mean, looked like he met God in that.
No
Yeah.
one told me either. Like I don't know where I was, but like no one told me that this went in the game, and I took it. And I tried to keep going, and I had to take a break.
He had to walk back to like the sliding door. Just, I mean,
Give
he
me a
was
few minutes.
probably like a skosh from vomiting. So that was
Yeah.
pretty wild.
Yeah. So Ryan and I were also in Atlanta for a few days, and we saw some cousins, but there because everybody got margaritas at this Mexican restaurant we went to, and then one of our cousins drank like half of it, and then Ryan was helping her finish the rest, and then Ryan got to the bottom of the drink, and it was like straight tequila, and Ryan leaned over to me because I wanted to try his, and I was like, so how is it? He's like, bro, this is $4 tequila. I was like, fair enough.
I mean, what do you expect when it was like jalapenos, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're not talking like fancy Mexican. Like,
No.
there's some nice Mexican restaurants,
Yeah,
in
yeah, of
Atlanta,
course.
obviously, but
Yeah, and our mom had to get the top shelf because that's our mom.
respect.
Yeah, no, I would do the same thing. I mean,
Shout out Julie.
yeah, absolutely, always. Day one, birth giver. Did you guys ever have other names for like your parents in your phones other than just mom and dad? Because I had a phase where I would like go through a couple. So I had a friend of mine who called his mom Spawn Point.
That is hysterical, actually.
No, my mom's always just been mom on my phone.
Fair enough. Right?
Robbie's mom is Sherry in my phone.
Oh, he's got your mom's
First
phone
name
number.
basis. First name basis.
We love Sherry. Shout out Sherry.
All right, we can move on from our personal lives, boys. Do you want to hit the March Madness scene? Do you want to hit the NFL free agency scene? What do we want to discuss here first? Because obviously right now the Sweet 16 games are going on, but
I have the entire March Madness bracket pulled up directly in front of my face right now.
okay.
So I'm assuming we're gonna go with that.
Yeah. Sounds like
I think
it.
that makes sense.
St. Peter's, Cinderella,
Crazy.
Kentucky,
Go
and then
Peacocks.
who did they beat?
We
second
say
round?
it's crazy, but it's been
happened.
happening.
It happened
more and
last
more
year.
frequently.
But it's still only the 10th time that it's happened.
Yeah.
I know, but how many of those 10 times have been within like the last 2 decades?
Like almost all of them.
Yeah. It just shows that the mid majors are getting better year in and year out.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this event arguably, hot take, the best like sports event in North American sports.
It's the best postseason of any sport ever.
Easily.
Yeah. Yeah. It literally takes everyone has a chance. And like it's legitimately everyone has a chance. So
and
it's
the argument you always
watch.
hear is like, well, the best team doesn't win a single elimination tournament. I don't care. Like it's just fun to watch. It's a good time.
Yeah,
like
I don't care.
I don't necessarily always want the best team to win. Like I just want to watch
I mean,
a team named the Peacocks beat Kentucky. Like that, it doesn't get any better than that.
I mean, it's the same thing with like in the NFL, right? It's single game elimination. Like it's not series like you have in basketball and baseball. So I don't see anybody wanting to have multiple games for that. So I don't see why it's any different for basketball.
Exactly.
What has been y'all's favorite game in the tournament so far? Like to watch best game.
On the plane back, I watched the first half of Duke Michigan State, which was really good. The first half was really good. I know the second half wasn't as good because I think like people said the refs sold, but the first half of the Duke Michigan State game was really good. I'm trying to think of the round 64. Which one?
That Illinois Chattanooga game was pretty
That was
good.
very
Chattanooga was in the lead
Yes,
the
he did.
entire game.
When that coach didn't call the timeout when he crossed half.
Oh
court,
yeah,
and then
I saw like the end of it though. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
horrible.
Absolutely true. But
That
great
was
game up
very
until that
upsetting.
point.
Yeah. I think first
I'm
round.
I'm trying to think. I didn't watch the North Carolina Baylor game. I heard that was a great game, but I was.
Oh yeah, we were in the
out and about
we were in the
probably.
San Juan airport when that happened. Yeah.
I texted you. I was right next to the terminal for Raleigh Durham, and it was like a group of 50 Tar Heel fans just screeching at the top of their lungs.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously they lost, but props to Baylor for even being able to put themselves in that position to try to win that game.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Have a chance.
I mean, I'm kind of looking at the round of 32, and there are a couple of lopsided games like Providence, Richmond, and Miami and Auburn and whatnot. But I mean, the majority of them were relatively close. Like the Arizona TCU game was a great game too.
I'm interested to see how Providence fares against Kansas tomorrow. I'm very interested in that game because
I
Providence.
really thought they were going to get upset in the first round.
Yeah, no, I did too.
I did as well.
South Dakota State was going to get them. So
Yeah,
It's a clash of someone who I don't think should be there in Providence and Kansas who always chokes. So
Yeah.
I really don't want to touch that line with a 7-foot pole.
And then on the other side of that bracket, you have 2 double-digit seeds facing off for a berth in the Elite Eight.
Screw
Iowa State and Miami.
Yeah, can we talk? Screw Iowa.
No one thought was going to be there.
Yeah.
Iowa State has a terrible offense, and Miami, everyone thought was getting rolled by Auburn. So
Yeah.
I was also on the plane. I was watching the women's tournament, and it was Baylor versus South Dakota State, and Baylor did not score for the first 7. They're the number 1 seed. They didn't score for the first 7 minutes of the game. They could not get it. It was so infuriating to watch because South Dakota State was like hitting like threes and stuff, and they went up 17-0. I was like, oh my god, this makes me want to punch a baby.
Rob, wasn't there a point in the women's tournament where it was a number 1 seed that was up for like 44-4?
Oh, that was awful.
South Carolina was beating
first,
Howard
the first
44-4.
That sucked.
Yeah, that tournament's kind of ass. I mean, in women's college basketball, it's really the top 15 teams that ever have a chance. And even within those top 15, the top like 5 to 8 are like tiers above that.
Well, and it's funny because like this year, you like obviously think of UConn, and they ended up being like a 2 seed this year because Paige Buchers was out for most of the year. But like they're rolling through the tournament so far. So
she's so raw. I felt so bad.
That girl from Iowa you were talking about, Connor, that you have a crush on.
She played like ass. She went like 0 for 9 in the first half or something, and like 4 for 19 for the whole game. I was like, oh my god, you actually shit the bed.
Westbrook?
Literally. No, but that was but Ryan, you say like it's the top 15 teams, but I mean, like Robbie said, so Caitlin Clark's her name, but she's on Iowa. They were the number 2 seed, and they got upset by like the 10 seed. There have actually been a few upsets in the women's tournament.
No, this year has had more upsets for the women's tournament.
Yeah.
Normally women's tournaments are like 85 to 90% chalk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quick score update for you guys. Arkansas is up 3 on Gonzaga at half.
Bro.
And
Bro.
Michigan
What's
is
your bet,
up.
Connor, Gonzaga money line?
Money line.
Oh, I thought you had
No, I did not have. I knew they wouldn't cover.
You're in danger.
Yeah.
And then Michigan's up 2 on Villanova with about 3 minutes left.
I think the Zags money line was minus 550, which is very spooky if you're betting that straight up.
Well, no, it was a parlay. Yeah, I didn't do it. Yeah, that would be.
But the spread was 9.5. So
yeah,
I don't think anyone thought they were gonna beat Arkansas by double digits.
Because Gonzaga's played awful in first halves. The entire tournament, they played like shit in the first half.
I'd say them being down only 3 points and at halftime is probably actually a win for Gonzaga, as weird as that sounds, with how badly they've.
I fully agree. That talk about a guy who's probably not gonna get drafted, probably not playing the NBA, but is a phenomenal college player in Timmy. Like he's the definition of a phenomenal college player, but his game will not translate to the NBA if he gets drafted, which I don't think he will.
I'm not surprised Arkansas is in this one because they actually have the size to keep up with Timmy and Holmgren.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Arkansas, they've had 2 5-point games in the round of 64 and round of 32. So, I mean, they got confidence. And being up at halftime, I wouldn't be shocked if this game goes down to the wire.
Yeah,
and,
I wouldn't be shocked.
Arkansas maybe pulls it out. I don't know. Sorry about your parlay, but
yeah, that's all right.
Comparing to like, I know Ryan and I were talking about this the other day, Robbie. I don't know if you agree, but obviously, like a lot of experts and analysis are saying that Holmgren is the consensus number 1 overall pick. I mean, the kid had a Banchero out of Duke. How is he not the number 1? He is so good.
Holmgren has to put on like 20 pounds.
Yeah,
at least.
That man is a stick.
Yeah,
but he's 7 foot, or is he taller?
No, he's 7 foot. I think he's exactly.
And
7.
he's sub 200 pounds.
Yeah, it's really concerning.
I think the guy from Arkansas, Auburn, is better than he is.
Which
Jabari?
Smith.
The Smith. Mm-hmm. Not I was gonna say Jabari Parker, but he's the one that went to Duke and ended up not being very good. But
I mean, absolutely. Holgren's got amazing ball skills and like guard skills.
He uses his length phenomenally. Like he's very good about using his length.
But you put that man up against like Jokic or Embiid, there's like no, it's not gonna work.
We say that, but we do have to think about Giannis when he came in as a rookie, like how thin he was.
Oh, I 100% agree.
But he didn't become dominant.
He has to put on weight.
But Giannis didn't become dominant until he put on muscle.
He also wasn't a top 5 pick. He was drafted like 13th.
Everyone thought he was gonna. I saw this thing. It was 2K11 or whatever when Giannis was drafted, and it was like a 60 overall, and like a really stupid picture. And then he's like, "This guy is
Giannis was 190 pounds when he was drafted at 6 foot.
Damn.
What pick was he picked at? No, I got it. 15th. Yep.
It's actually higher than I thought it was.
Weeks.
He's now
Holy shit.
240 pounds, by the way.
He's put on 50 pounds. Good God. Hey,
He's also grown.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
He's 6'11" now.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Bro, NBA, we'll go back to March Madness, but I'm saying NBA for a second. LeBron James averaging 30 points a game. Excuse me?
Don't know what he needs to do, man.
The second highest player in terms of averaging points in their, is this his 19th season? What is it? 17? Whatever season he's at, the next highest player is Kobe, averaging 16 points a game. That's ridiculous.
And the Lakers still stink, and they might not even make the play.
I don't get it, dude.
It's absurd.
Oh, it's so bad. I don't know. Russ had a good game the other day, but it's like he had an interview where he actually talked about he was like sometimes he got mentally affected by the media, which I'm like,
I wouldn't doubt it. Like,
no,
holy shit, he hears about that day in and day out.
I know.
But also, like, Russ has one good game every 2 weeks. Everyone's like, all right, Russ is shutting up the haters. Like, let's get it.
Yeah,
and then next game, he's going to go for like 4 points on like 1 of 11 shootings. So
it's funny. It's not that his shooting is statistically that much worse than it has been throughout his career. His efficiency is terrible.
Yeah.
His turnovers per game, and a lot of that's because he's lost some of his bounce.
Yeah,
I mean, he relied so much on his athleticism, and you've seen with LeBron. You know, one of the greatest things about LeBron in my eyes is his ability year after year to improve different parts of his game depending on his team, his body, all that kind of stuff. You know, there were times I remember the 2011 finals. The next year, LeBron came back and was a much improved 3-point shooter. Had been working on his free throw game and his post game. And it was like, wow, like that. And I think that was the year they beat the Spurs, right?
Yeah.
The first time they played the
Spurs.
No.
Yeah, Spurs, Thunder, yeah.
Yeah, Thunder or Spurs. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's also, it gets painted even worse because of, it's not even necessarily that he's missing, it's how bad he's missing some of the shots. When he hits, like, the top of the backboard, you're like, holy crap. Like, that is awful for an NBA player. Like, it's concerning.
Yeah, so for the 9th seed, currently where the Lakers sit in 31-42, they're 28 games back of the Suns. There is a 5.5 game spread between the 9th seed and the 13th seed for the play-in games.
Yeah.
So
in danger.
Yeah,
for sure.
Can we also talk about the Russ was like, I don't like the nickname Westbrick. Like, everyone needs to stop calling me that. Like, that wasn't gonna make it so much worse.
Yeah, honestly.
Woof.
Jeez. Well, back to March Madness for a second. How are y'all's brackets doing? Because mine is horrid. Mine is absolutely terrible.
I'd also like to point out the Mavs have the lowest opposing points per game in the Western Conference.
Dude, no, their defense in the past 2 months has been ridiculous, and I don't understand how. Like, I don't understand.
Mavs to the Western Conference Finals.
Whoa, relax. Luka's our only star.
That's a little crazy.
I think we beat the Jazz. I think the Mavs beat the Jazz.
I think everyone disrespects the Jazz.
And then they play the Suns, and God knows how that'll go. Probably losing 5, but
4. Suns in 4.
Suns in 4. Yeah, Suns in 4.
Luka gets 1. Luka goes for 45, 10, and 8, and whatever, and gets 1 for the boys.
Yeah.
So March Madness. So obviously there's a couple higher seeds left in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to pick 1 5+ seed, so a 5th seed or above to make the Final Four.
Okay.
Who are you taking? I think we said who we'd pick like before the tournament started. I said Kentucky, so clearly I was wrong.
Houston.
Same. Don't worry.
But
you said 5 or above Houston.
Houston.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
could see. I mean, they were there last year. That makes sense. I probably agree with you.
I mean, because there's only 4 of those teams left. So yeah, Houston or no 5. Excuse me, with
5.
Yeah, so
Carolina's been playing really well.
I could see
and they don't have a difficult path getting there. I mean, they have to get past UCLA and Purdue.
Hey, don't disrespect Purdue. Come on now.
Purdue doesn't play defense at all.
I know, but they're snipers.
They're spoiler makers.
They're like Ryan. They're 3-point shooters.
I think if Purdue makes the Final Four, I have to make a trip to West Lafayette, right?
And I don't want to say it, but I think it's going to be Kansas.
Ooh, that's a terrible take.
I'm not impressed by Providence Iowa
I'm not
State or
either.
Miami.
No,
So
I
mean,
think Kansas waltzes in.
I think they have the easiest
no,
path.
I actually agree with that. Yeah, I think we'll begin this the Final Four.
I mean, at this point, if I have to redo it, I think it's Gonzaga. Shit, it could be. It literally could be chalk. Besides Baylor, I legitimately think Arizona has looked very good. Gonzaga, Kansas waltzes in. And
If Arizona plays how they played against TCU against Houston, they're gonna lose.
Oh my god, that
TCU
game was
played very
infuriating.
well.
TCU lost that game for themselves, dude. That was
Yes.
infuriating.
But Houston is a good
TCU
team.
beat up on a good Seton Hall team.
Yeah.
By 25 points. I think TCU has come on to their own, in this tourney.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think Arizona just played a really tough team.
I got the Peacocks, man. They're gonna do it. I believe.
What were those odds for the Final Four? Plus 2,500?
Very nice.
Yeah, something like that.
Something light.
Something like that. And then in the parlay, it was plus 4,000.
Jeez. Talk about awful March Madness predictions. I did in fact say, and I will hold my hands up. I did say Marquette would cover against UNC. That was one of the worst takes I've ever seen.
We don't have to dive into Ryan and I's parlay we put together that
Oh yeah, y'all went over 4. Yeah.
But you saying Marquette was going to cover? We told you that was a bad idea.
Yeah, true, but
Vermont. Let me remember this. Vermont covered.
Yep.
We had a bad beat with game was that? Was that the Creighton game?
I can pull up. Yeah. There was the Creighton San Diego State game that went.
Yeah, that went to OT and the over hit. I think if it didn't go to OT, the under would have hit.
It was awfully close, but yes, I think there's a good chance.
Let's see, what else did I totally fuck up?
I was trying to pull up the parlay.
See, in my bracket right now, I'm looking at Sweet 16. I actually had Tech beating Duke, but with how well Duke has been playing, I don't know if I see that happening.
LSU, Iowa State, the under hit. I got both my unders, or I would have gotten bad beat. So I got the LSU, Iowa State under.
We hit Vermont. The under in that Creighton San Diego State game didn't hit because of overtime. We hit Colgate covering. Davidson was a
cover.
No, because it was +1 and they lost by 1, so it was.
Agony! Oh my god!
The Iowa State LSU under hit. That's not shocking. We were actually really close outside of UConn spread and Indiana money line.
Oh, I thought UConn was gonna win
thanks
easily.
For the Indiana money line, Rob.
Didn't you call the UConn spread? I'm pretty sure you did. The two that we added on at the end were both horrible.
I would rather that than us lose on an overtime bad beat.
Yeah.
If we hadn't made those other two, we would have hit. Yeah,
that would have been so much pain.
I thought we were way further off than that. Actually, that's funny.
Yeah, you were saying we're really bad at betting. I was like, if we'd taken those games straight up, I think we would have made I don't know.
Yeah, we would have made
some money.
Yep.
But yes, we wanted the 20 for 2,600. I think was.
I also told my friends that I was really confident UAB was going to cover against Houston.
Yeah, you did. You did think that. I don't know why.
Go Blazers, man.
Go Blazers.
So Rob, is that Final Four? Is that what you legitimately think the Final Four is going to be? Okay, yeah.
No. All right.
So give me your legit Final Four.
Here's my logic. Here's my logic.
Okay, give me
right?
Okay.
If St. Peter's makes the Final Four and I don't bet on them, I'm gonna be mad at myself.
Fair enough.
Like if you're gonna go along for that ride, you might as well actually go for the ride. Yeah. So that's why. The other 3 picks are legitimately who I think is gonna make it, and I think that Purdue will probably make it out of the whatever region that is.
I agree.
Who do you think? North Carolina, UCLA? Who's St. Peter's run into?
I had UCLA in my bracket. And I'm actually going to stick with that. I think it's going to be UCLA.
Juzang's coming alive a little bit here in the tournament. He hadn't played overly well this year. I think UCLA will get the Tar Heels, but I think it'll be close.
Yeah, I think it'll be close. Hey man, it would be kind of poetic for I know he's the Duke coach, but it would be kind of poetic for Coach K to win in his last season. That would be pretty incredible.
He's gonna win. What do you think? The NCAA's already setting that up. Man.
They already rigged it. It's like when Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl. They rigged the whole season. So. You guys apparently were correct. He unretired. We didn't talk about that. But...
Remember when Connor gave us shit for being wrong about that?
You were at the time.
Now we're right again.
Yeah. He got sick of his kids. Apparently they're just assholes.
They wouldn't let him kiss him on the mouth anymore. So
they were like, Dad, you have to stop.
He just had to go back and kiss Gronk on the mouth instead.
Is Gronk coming back? I know Gronk said he's like probably
Who
not,
knows,
but
man?
maybe.
I feel like if Brady's back, Gronk is back.
Oh, it's just like he took so much damage after breaking his ribs and stuff last year. You just feel bad for him. Like he's like a little side bitch. Just...
Patriots let Providence use their team plane for the game. Just wanted to throw that out there.
That's kind of lit.
That goes kind of hard.
It goes kind of hard. So okay, everybody make their final four. Everybody say what their final four prediction is going to be right now. Robbie,
Gonzaga,
you can just say
Houston, Kansas, Purdue.
Okay. Ryan.
Nova or Arizona. It's the one I'm not sure. So Kansas, UCLA, Gonzaga. I'm gonna go Arizona.
I like that we're both saying Gonzaga's. They're actively losing to Arkansas.
No, they're winning. It's 33-32.
Oh, never mind. Hey, we're back.
Yeah.
Back in action, fellas.
I got Kansas, Nova, UCLA, Gonzaga. I think UCLA pulls it out.
We differ in the South and the East regions.
Yeah.
I got Purdue. Y'all both got UCLA, and then we got an Arizona, a Houston, and a Villanova.
Did y'all hear that?
What?
Okay, never mind. Baylor's yelling things across the apartment.
Inappropriate things?
No, yes, very much so.
Have you met Baylor?
No, actually, but I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to. No,
I have no interest.
So we can kind of move away from March Madness. Obviously, that's like we said, the Sweet 16 games are happening right now. So Arkansas just went up 36-33. But we can kind of move into NFL free agency because that has been popping off as of late. The biggest headline in the past few days: Tyreek Hill being traded to the Dolphins for 5 draft picks.
So, who's y'all's favorite Cowboys signing so far?
Michael Gallup.
Cutting Greg the leg. How about that?
Hey, we got the Panthers signed Johnny Hecker. That was pretty cool.
Boy.
Did y'all know like Bridgewater went to the Dolphins? Is that correct?
He's gonna back up Tua. Yeah.
I'm like, honest to God, at some point I wouldn't be surprised if they started Bridgewater if Tua doesn't.
Tua's gonna get hurt, right? I mean, Tua's
that?
Gonna get hurt. So
that Dolphins offense is kind of nasty. Like, if you think, besides the quarterback situation, like, Devontae Parker, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Gesicki, and I know they're running back situation. No, they signed,
They picked up Edmonds.
And they picked up Edmonds and some other really... Yeah. Like, dude, the Dolphins' offense is nuts, except for the quarterback.
There's a lot of speed on that offense, that's for sure.
It's very true. But, I mean, do we think that... I honest to God, I don't understand why the Chiefs did that at all. Like, even a little bit.
I do.
Please,
you have to. You're getting to the point now where you've already paid Mahomes.
Yeah.
You can't pay both Kelsey and Tyreek Hill.
Yes,
if you want to field any team around them, you can't pay both of them.
Yeah.
To me, Travis Kelsey is more valuable than Tyreek Hill. Now that as they get older, and especially with Kelsey being older, they get closer together in value. But as of right now, Travis Kelsey is more valuable than Tyreek Hill.
What is Kelsey? And 33,
and
32?
you can pay tight ends less money than wide receivers.
Yeah, true.
Even though Kelsey's pretty much a wide receiver.
And also, do you know how much, like, Kelsey's draft, like, fantasy draft stock was already ridiculous? You know how insane it's going to be now?
They got Juju, dude. Juju's going to take all
shut up.
Nicole, Hardman, Juju, and
Bryson Sprinkle.
Well, now they don't have like a wide receiver one. I know people think Juju's underrated, but I don't think he's a wide receiver one.
I saw something about them.
I think he could operate as wide
Williams.
receiver one in that offense.
Well, yeah, with Mahomes, yeah, but
them drafting Jameson Williams to replace Tyreek Hill.
Okay,
I mean,
that would
he could fill the role.
That'd be nasty.
Yeah, very true.
But that's why I think they did it. I think I'm sure Tyreek saw Devontae get his money and said, "I want that money," and the Chiefs said no.
Yeah,
and so rather than hang on to him, letting him get hurt this year or lose value or whatever, go ahead and trade him. I mean, you got 5 draft picks back.
Yeah. I think even with what the Dolphins gave up, I think it was a good trade for them as well.
I agree. No, I agree.
But do the Dolphins even win their division? Do you think the Dolphins beat the Bills now?
Yeah, but now they're kind of in win now mode.
Or the Patriots.
No,
the Patriots.
Bills
Yeah.
will be...
I think the Dolphins are closer to the Patriots.
I think the AFC East has 3 playoff teams this season.
I could see that. And the Jets are going to get better. Like the Jets.
Oh, they will. Yeah, they'll still be the punching bag because of how good that division's going to be.
But
Very
I think
true.
Saleh's a really good coach. And they were turning it around some of the end of last year, and I think Zach Wilson will get better.
Yeah.
The AFC is going to be so fun to watch, man. The NFC is boring, honestly.
Well, this
The AFC West is crazy.
All right, who's y'all's AFC teams? We got to pick now.
oh, God,
We're no
super-
longer
way
NFC
way
fans.
too early AFC team.
Colin Coward did this like the other day.
No, yeah, your favorite AFC team to cheer for now because you're an NFC fan and the NFC is boring.
Well,
I don't want to watch. I'm not looking forward to the
Yes.
Panthers Falcons 13-10 slugfest in
with
Atlanta
Marcus
this-
Mariota and
Yeah,
Sam
Marcus
Darnold as
Mariota
the
and-
starting
If we
quarterback.
want to look at
corpse of Cam Newton.
we want to look at demographic overlap with the Cowboys, I got to go with the Raiders.
That's fair.
You know,
Dude, the Raiders offense
the
is
boys
nasty
out
too.
west.
They signed Chandler Jones too. That was a great signing.
Yeah, they're
So,
nasty. They're gonna
they're
go
na-
like
the Raiders are
unfortunately
nasty.
1-5 in that division.
You think so?
My mom's gonna be upset that I don't say the Chiefs are gonna be my AFC team, but I really like the Chargers, and I think the Chargers are gonna be really, really good next year.
I love
Yeah, they
Herbert
can
Allen.
literally split the series with the Broncos, lose 2 to the Chiefs, lose 2 to the Chargers, go 1-5 in that division.
way overpaid.
Yeah.
Way overpaid Mike Williams though.
Oh,
Was
that's a
way too
given.
much.
But also look at the receiver freaking like what our receivers are going for right now.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
You gotta pay him.
And obviously the Deshaun Watson trade with the amount of freaking money to guarantee $230 million.
That
I've
is
never-
the Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead, Rob.
As I've never been happier that the Panthers didn't win one of those
Yes.
sweepstakes for a big quarterback
Yes.
than not getting Deshaun Watson.
That might be the biggest trade in the last 2 decades in the NFL. That might be the biggest
Yeah.
trade since the Herschel Walker trade for Dallas in the NFL because of how much that changes the market.
Mhm.
Right?
The
That's
crazy
a
thing
fully
is-
guaranteed contract.
The crazy thing is that he might not still play this year. The NFL can still suspend him
Yeah.
Yes.
regardless of the outcome of the grand jury. And there's also another grand jury that's looking at pressing more charges against him.
I have not talked to a Browns fan that's happy about that trade.
No, I don't know why. I get he's a really good player. Like I get that, but like beyond ethically what you think about it, like I don't know how as an organization you can say I'm going to pay this guy all this money and he might never play football again, but he might not play football this year. Still,
Yeah.
I'm in agreement. If that was the Cowboys, I would be irate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like as Robbie said, looking past it, just in terms of on the field, I mean, like that offense could be ridiculous. If Deshaun Watson has a good running game with Chubb and Hunt, and then they got Cooper, and then if what's going on with Jarvis Landry? Is he
he wants out. Apparently, OBJ wants to come back though, which is
what?
weird. But yeah, there's a report that OBJ was open to returning to the Browns.
Oh yeah, I'm just that.
because Baker's not playing anymore.
Yeah, everyone thinks Baker's going to go to Seattle because they don't have a viable option.
I mean, that's the
anymore.
most natural landing spot for him right now. He could go to the Panthers.
They said there's mutual disinterest between Baker and the Panthers, whatever that means. Yeah.
There would be mutual disinterest between anyone and the Panthers, but
Hey,
Hey.
Me and the Panthers mutual disinterest.
no, you're a Colts fan, homie.
Oh
Yeah. Oh, that's my AFC team.
yeah,
Damn.
Colts, yeah.
My
No.
beloved Colts.
I will say though, it's nice to see that this is the most different the NFL has looked in the last 5 years, 6 years, and so it will be interesting because like seeing Russell Wilson in a Broncos jersey was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
You know what would really top off this NFL offseason if it's Andrew Luck decided to come out of retirement. Like just out of nowhere, RKO out of nowhere, Andrew Luck's like, I'm unretiring and playing
Going
for
to
the
Seattle.
Yeah, I'm going to like the New England Patriots or like
Oh,
something
man.
just ridiculous.
Do you remember what Luck looked like for the national championship? Remember when he was in the pregame
Yeah.
for that? He
Mhm.
was so skinny.
Yeah. He lost a ton of weight.
Um,
It's not
He's now
like
like an
fat.
architect. He's like an architect now, so he does like full time. That's what his degree was in from Stanford. So he's like an architect.
Oh, he's super smart.
Yeah.
What team did Woods go to? Robert Woods?
The Tennessee Titans.
Bro, they
That-
made out
which is
like
a great signing.
bandits. They made out
Phenomenal
like
signing.
bandits.
Yep.
Like
After losing Julio.
with all the technology nowadays, like tears don't even worry me that much. You see Kevin Durant, you see like there was another basketball player, but you see all these guys coming back after a year and just playing at the exact same level they did the year before. So like the fact that they only had to give up a 6-rounder, that's a
Yep.
steal and a half.
Also, OBJ literally this past year, like obviously he hurt himself
Yeah.
again, but
Yeah.
I mean he was playing really well up until
Uh-huh.
that point.
Exactly.
Building off of that, Connor, with the receiver market that we've seen, every receiver that has gotten signed, I've been happier and happier with the 5-year contract we gave Gallup.
Yeah.
I think for 62 mil coming off an ACL tear for 5 years, I like that contract.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not like even without Amari, the Dallas offense will still be fine. I mean, you guys. So CD moves to number 1, Gallup moves to number 2. We signed James Washington, my Oklahoma State boy, who can be a phenomenal number 3 if he's just used in the right way. And then
he's very underutilized in Pittsburgh because they had so many good receivers.
Yeah, it wasn't their fault, and I get that, but I'm glad that he's found a team that's going to utilize properly. But also Pollard. I know he got hurt and stuff, but like Pollard and Zeke are good together. And Dak's obviously a good quarterback. The Dallas offense
get
really
some
fun.
offensive linemen.
What do you need them for?
Zach Martin's pretty damn good, to be fair, but that's about it.
Yeah, but he's getting old.
Yeah, he is getting old.
But also,
really
just your tackle being good is not really helpful.
He's a guard.
If it's literally just one,
he's the right guard. So yeah,
never mind. The best position in football.
No, it makes it even worse.
Yeah,
Tyron Smith was the left tackle.
Frederick was the center on that line that was so amazing for DeMarco Murray. But then Frederick had a genetic disease or something that he had to like fully retire from football.
Oh man, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it was super unfortunate.
That 2014 Cowboys O-line was.
I could have run behind that line for 1,000 yards, legitimately.
that was not disgusting. A joke. I mean, because remember DeMarco Murray left and was like not that good in Philly. Was he in Philly the next year? Yeah, he was pretty bad. But yeah, that was a catch. But whatever. Sorry, bad memories.
You put Derrick Henry behind that 2014 Cowboys line.
Oh my
he runs
god,
for 3,000 yards, like legitimately.
Yeah. Speaking of that was a catch. If you're Aaron Rodgers, how mad are you right now?
No. He had to have expected this. There's no way that he didn't think that this was going to happen.
Nobody expected that contract.
Yeah.
Or are you talking about Devontae leaving?
Leaving.
I'm talking about Devontae leaving.
Okay. Yeah, he's not thrilled.
Well, yeah, he's not thrilled, but how did he not expect that?
MVS might not even be coming back. Like, who is he going to throw the ball to? Like, only Aaron Jones out of the backfield? Like,
is he going to try to prove
it? Is AJ Dillon going to go out wide? Like,
Lazard, I guess.
Is he going to try to prove it like when Brady had a couple of those years where he had absolutely no receivers?
Aaron Rodgers can't win with Devontae Adams. So what is he going to prove?
Damn. Robbie, I feel like you're an Aaron Rodgers hater.
I am an Aaron Rodgers
hater. To be fair, he's kind of a dick now. Like, he's a big dick now.
Now?
But like even more so.
Beyond that, you always hear he's the most talented quarterback. Like he's the most physically gifted quarterback, probably. But he doesn't win big games ever. Mm-hmm. One time. He's lost the 49ers 4 times in the playoffs.
Jimmy G.
The 49ers.
How do you lose to a team from San Francisco in Lambeau?
Yeah, that was
multiple times. You got to be by Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick went in and beat you in Lambeau. How does that feel?
Woof.
Sorry, I am an Aaron Rodgers hater. Yes.
No. This podcast will be official Aaron Rodgers haters.
Anti-Aaron Rodgers podcast.
Anti-Aaron Rodgers podcast. Official. I would still draft him for my fantasy team, but personally, I can't stand him.
So this is a weird side tangent. My brain just started going. So obviously, Pat McAfee, Colts player, lives in Indy still.
Yeah.
And hangs out here. I heard this week. You know who else also lives in Indianapolis and is a regular at Indianapolis bars? Joey Chestnut.
Okay.
That hot dog eater.
Yeah, you can just run into Joey Chestnut hanging out at like Indianapolis bars apparently. So
when I was like 10 years old, I was over at my grandma's house and I didn't really know him at the time, but I turned on the TV. I was like on ESPN and it was the hot dog eating contest, and I saw Joey Chestnut and he was like broke his record. He's obviously since broken it by like 10 or whatever, but he ate like 70. He ate like 72 that year, and then my grandma came in and she was like, "What is that?" Because he was like shoving it.
My mom always hated watching it.
Oh, my mom hates watching it. Yeah, all my parents do.
Where does Joey Chestnut fall in the greatest athletes of all time?
Number 1.
Top 5 at least.
He's the goat. He's the goat. Undisputed goat.
There's that one Japanese guy who was pretty good for a little bit, but Joey C's taken over.
Oh yeah.
Sport of
Bo Jackson's like number 2, but Joey Chestnut is number 1.
I saw this poll the other day and I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on Tom Brady. Best North American athlete of all time. Thoughts?
Probably.
Athlete's a broad.
That's where the
he's not an athlete.
most successful.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, I don't think that you can argue.
Serena Williams.
Okay, I said you can't argue that. Then I immediately thought Serena,
Michael Phelps,
Gretzky, Jordan,
Tiger Woods.
No, Tom's above Jordan.
Tiger Woods.
No,
Yeah,
Brady's above
getting
Tiger
there.
Woods.
Wow, without even hesitation.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
yes,
hesitation.
Tiger has not passed Jack yet, but if Tiger didn't cheat on his wife and then stopped getting injured, like he would have passed Jack 10 years ago. So,
Yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
yeah, you know.
If Bo Jackson doesn't get hurt, he's
Yeah.
like the best running
yeah.
back of all time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
But also, they're talking about best like pure athletes of all time. Bo Jackson's probably up there.
Yeah, easily. All right,
Yeah.
I have to read this out because I saw this on Instagram the other day. It's a top 10 NBA players of all time, and it made me want to throw up. So I feel like I have to read this out to you. Yeah, top 10 greatest players of all time. So
The top 10 inbounds plays of all time.
Ox. Number 1, MJ. Okay. Number 2, LeBron James.
Okay.
Number 3 is
I'm not angry yet.
Number 3 is Kareem. So I'm not
Yes.
this. It starts to get a little off the rails. So number 4 he goes.
That's how I would do it.
He goes Timmy D. Number 4.
It's not great.
It's not the best.
A little high for Duncan.
So,
But I mean, okay. I mean, if you're talking about you want to do one player from each position as you go down.
yeah, okay,
He's a center.
whatever.
Here we go
Here we go again. Yeah, we're talking about this again. All right. Number 5 is, and I love this man, but number 5 is Hakeem. It seems a little high. Number 6 is,
it's a little high, but I don't think it's outlandish.
Number 6 he's got Russell.
Okay.
Which I
think so far this list isn't outlandish. It's just like I want to be different, so I'm gonna put these other players who are like probably top 10 guys, but I'm gonna put them in the top 5 just to be different. But keep going.
Yeah.
Number 7 he's got Shaq.
Okay.
Number 8 he's got Kobe.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right where he should be.
Where the fuck is Magic?
Number 9 he's got Steph.
Okay.
Here's why I got a little. And the number 10 he's got KG. At number 10 Kevin Garnett.
The KG respect. Let's go,
bro. He doesn't have Bird or Magic in his top 10. I was like, what are you talking? Maybe Berg, but like not having Magic in the top 10 is a crime.
Was there a star at the bottom? It was like, if you've contracted HIV, you are not eligible for this list. Like that's the only way I can think that Magic doesn't make your top 10.
Oh my god, that made me so annoyed.
That's hysterical.
Oh, it was the top 3 were fine, and then like some of the middle was fine, but then you get to like Steph and KG at 9 and 10, you're like, oh no.
Where does Steph fall? Where do y'all think Steph ends up? Once his career's over, obviously, because like he's probably still got another like 5 or 6 years, right?
I think he's probably gonna pass. Oh, I was about to say Magic, but he actually might.
Does he end up top 10 of all time?
Yeah, I think he does.
Right now, for me,
he's like 14,
just outside the top 15. Yeah.
I'd say I would probably put him like at 15,
like
somewhere in that range.
Yeah, so I feel like he's gonna win another one, and I feel like if he even keeps it up a little bit, like because he's already gonna absolutely shatter Allen's record. Like it's not even gonna be.
He passed it. I thought.
No, he did. I'm saying that he's like gonna absolutely freaking double that hoe. Like it's gonna be ridiculous.
It's gonna be one of those untouchable records in sports.
Oh yeah.
Like I know that they shoot at a 3-pointer a lot higher rate than they ever have in the NBA before, but it's going to be one of those somewhat untouchable records.
There will never be another player like the unanimous MVP Steph Curry.
That's another thing that you have to think about. The only unanimous MVP,
bro. Like every time he pulled up that year, I was like, oh, that's in. Like every time he pulled up from 3, I was like, that's in. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, if Steph gets one more MVP and one more championship.
Oh yeah, easy top 10.
He's easy top 10.
Yeah, easy top 10.
And I think that's pretty doable.
Well, I think most people think, and I honestly probably have to agree that I think most people think he's the second best point guard, only behind Magic of all time. And I don't know if there's a ton of argument to that, to be honest. I mean, does he have 3 championships, 2 MVPs?
Yeah.
Shattered Ray Allen's record. I mean, yeah. And he didn't really
never won a finals MVP though, right?
Yeah. That's true. That is one of his things, that he's never won a finals MVP. But I mean, some people are pissed that Iguodala won it over Curry that one year.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Katie deserved it the other
year. We started talking about like records and where people would be. The most unbeatable sports record of all time.
I'm listening.
Thoughts? There are a couple that come to my mind. Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky points.
That one's listed. I was reading some lists.
That's usually the one that most people go to. There's a couple baseball ones too.
The baseball ones are for me the most.
Who's is
most
it? The
unbreakable.
single season batting average? Isn't there one that's like absurd? Is it
No, there was
batting
Ted
average?
Williams that was like in the low 400s.
Yeah.
Damn.
Cal Ripken Jr. played 2,632 straight games.
Holy
16 straight
crap.
seasons of 162 games straight.
That's
Favre's
obscene. I didn't know
consecutive
that.
starts are probably up there too. Favre started like a couple
Yeah.
hundred straight NFL games.
Yep.
The baseball one's ridiculous, though.
The baseball ones are crazy.
That's
So
outrageous.
Ricky Henderson stole
Yeah.
1,406 bases in his career, which is essentially stealing 70 bases for 20 straight seasons. Which is not going to happen again. I can't imagine. Like, they don't steal as much anymore because catchers are so damn good.
Yeah.
And you're much more likely to get hurt.
Yeah, and the analytics tell you not to steal as much.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
And in terms of basketball, I think a lot of people are going to say Wilt. I don't agree with that. I think Wilt can be broken at some point.
So the 100-point thing, I think 100% will be broken.
I think it will be.
The season where he averaged 50
No,
points
no,
a
never,
game,
never.
it's not being broken.
No, absolutely. Yeah, but there. Well, also I guess the sort of record T-Mac hitting 13 points in 30 seconds or whatever. Like that's. I don't think that's ever going to happen again.
total points NBA. Do you think that'll ever be passed? I mean, I think it will be, but
Or Kareem.
I mean,
By LeBron.
Yeah,
LeBron's going to pass it.
you think LeBron?
Yeah,
will
I think
get
LeBron's going to pass it. Yeah. Easy.
I think
Easy, man.
hot take. I think someone eventually gets DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak record.
there? Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
I think of all these crazy baseball ones I've read, that is the most reasonable because that's just a season.
There's been a couple guys in the 40s, haven't there?
Utley and Rollins
Yeah.
were in the mid 30s. Pete Rose is the highest with 40 something,
That's it,
44.
yeah, okay.
I remember before he got banned from the sport, but that's a whole another.
Yeah, he's not allowed to be inducted in the DraftKings Hall of Fame. So
what a load!
Giraffes. That was a really good joke. That was a really good joke.
It was an Onion article I saw one day. It was like, MLB still bans Pete Rose from being inducted in the DraftKings MLB Hall of Fame. It's like, okay, well.
That was a really good joke, Robbie. That was funny.
I think Jerry Rice's 23,000 receiving yards eventually gets caught.
Probably.
It's
just go ahead.
DiMaggio at 56. Willie Keeler in 1896 had a 45-game hitting streak.
1896.
1896 to 97
Holy
season. That was a
crap.
classic season. Pete Rose at 44. Bill Dolan at 42. George Sizzler at 41. Ty Cobb at 40.
Ty Cobb. See, I'm not.
Rollins at 38.
Here's one that I have never even heard of, but there's no shot in today's day and age because of how the game has changed.
Yeah.
These baseball ones, how the game has changed, are crazy. Cy Young with 750 complete games.
Wow.
9 straight innings, like all 9 innings pitched. The pitcher would have to do that 40 times in 19 consecutive seasons to match that record.
Do they even start that many games anymore?
No.
Yeah.
And you'd have to complete game every time you started.
Yeah.
For 19 seasons. Yeah, it's
or complete start half your games for 38 seasons.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I like it. I like the math.
Quick score update: Arkansas 49-44 Gonzaga.
I was just checking.
This isn't great.
God, you guys
This
are
is
on
not
top
great.
of it. Look at these
I was
podcasts.
just checking too.
Oh no, that's not. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of more basketball ones that are never. I mean, Curry's probably never going to be touched after it's all said and done.
I mean, James Harden is like rapidly moving up the list. Like, will probably end up being second all time.
Yeah, he probably will.
Does anybody break Stockton's total assist record?
Probably not.
That's a good question, actually. I don't know. He's like the person who would do it would have to have a big man or something to that effect, like Malone was to him.
Yeah.
So Kidd was second at 12,000. Chris Paul is third at
I knew Paul was pretty high.
10,900. Stockton is 5,000 above Paul.
That's crazy. That's ridiculous.
Chris Paul's not getting 5,000 more assists.
No, not even close. Love Chris Paul.
LeBron is 7 at 10,036.
Yeah, he's the first player to have 10K points, 10K rebounds, 10K assists, 30K points, 10K rebounds, 10K
My
assists.
favorite LeBron stat is like for his career, he's averaged 27 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists.
27-7, yeah.
But he's never had a game
where he's had 27, 7,
points,
I know.
7, yeah.
I love that stat.
It's my favorite LeBron stat.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I love LeBron.
Robbie, Connor and I had this debate in Puerto Rico.
Oh, no.
Basketball. You remember? I think you saw it on the group message. The Shaq, or not the Shaq, the
I was like, what?
Dwight
Oh, yeah,
versus who'd you say?
Anthony Davis.
AD, yeah. Prime Dwight.
So much better than AD.
That-
Not even close. You're talking about a multiple-time defensive player of the year
Yeah,
who
defensively.
could also, he could also score the basketball.
Yeah, but AD can shoot. In today's day and age basketball, I'd rather much have prime
Bro,
AD.
AD spends more time wearing sweatpants than he does actually in the paint. So
If we're taking into account the entire players, like including injury, yeah, I agree with you.
I
Dwight Howard,
showed you
100%.
this from Dwight's rookie year into his 7th year in the league. He missed 8 games.
I'm sorry. How many 3-pointers has Dwight shot in his career, huh? Can
He's
he shoot the
How
ball?
many pictures do you get?
What does that have to do with anything?
wait. Okay, let's back up. You're gonna say that a center is not worth anything if he can't shoot threes?
No,
but
I'm not
Shaq
saying
is in the
that.
top 10 players of all time.
Whoa, I never said that he's not worth anything. I just said that I'd rather have a center who can spread the floor or a power forward who can. I don't. 80s.
Are we talking about how they fit in today's day and age, or who was the better player? Because those are different debates. Dwight Howard is a better basketball player than Anthony Davis in the NBA.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. I probably agree with that.
I'm confused now.
I said that.
You changing your tune?
No, I said that in today's day and age, if I could have one of them in their prime, I'd take AD because of how he can space the floor.
I might not
Still might not. Yeah.
You got think about Rudy Gobert in Utah. Like he's extremely valuable and it plays. I mean, obviously Dwight Howard is better than Rudy Gobert,
Yeah.
but having a center that can play really good defense and be a rim protector is really valuable.
Dwight Howard, at his prime, was a better defender than Rudy Gobert and was doubly effective on the offensive end compared to Gobert.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I was saying, like, AD's prime was probably in the season before or during when Boogie was there. And he was even with Boogie there, he was averaging, like, 28, 12, 3, and, like, 2 and 2, or 2.5 and 2. And
Prime Boogie and Prime AD might be the most scary front court.
Dude, that's disgusting. It was disgusting.
Not okay.
that's not okay. And they lost they got swept by the Warriors in like the first round.
That's a lot of attitude and injuries on the front court.
Yeah.
There.
Mostly from Boogie.
I was about to say attitude Boogie. Yeah, AD's not really bad when it comes to public stuff. But yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, in terms of as a player all time, yes, Dwight Howard is better. But I'm saying that if I could take one of them in modern day and age, and I understand the other side of the argument, but I'm saying in today's day and age, purely because he can shoot the ball, I take Anthony Davis. Because it's not like AD is a bad defensive player. Like I said, in his prime, he was averaging 2.5 and 2 on blocks and steals. So it's not AD's always been a really good two-way player. But
maybe you should stay healthy.
Yeah, I agree.
LeBron carry his corpse.
I agree.
Did you guys know that Stockton shot 52% from the field in his career?
That's pretty absurd.
I knew it was pretty
guard.
high.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a good 3-point shooter too. He has 4 fouls.
Yeah, with 8 minutes left in the game.
Who does that?
Holmgren.
No, Holmgren.
Oh heavens.
Gonzaga's down 6.
I literally just took money line, man. Please, I swear to God, if my parlay's busted on the first leg, I'm gonna be in so much pain.
All right. Any other sports talk? I know we want to wrap up by
Italy not going to the World Cup's hysterical.
Yeah.
Hell, they won the Euros, but they can't even get past. What was the country, Ryan?
North Macedonia.
Yeah.
North Macedonia. Right. Well, you heard it here first.
Italy's
trash.
Ideal.
Italy's trash, and so are their people. Just kidding. Italy's not trying. Whatever. We're gonna move on to the
For our international listeners, that is not the official view.
That is Aaron Rodgers being hated is an official view.
Aaron Rodgers washed official view of the Bros and the Berg. Italy being a trash country, not an official view of the Bros and the Berg.
We're gonna quickly move on to our tier list here, which this week is Bruno Mars songs. So I'm gonna.
I don't know. Did anyone agree to this, or did Connor just decide?
I just decided.
Yeah, as the producer of the podcast, he's kind of taking things into his own hands.
Yep.
New creative direction.
Yeah, of course. All right. So the first Bruno Mars song that we're gonna talk about today is "Marry You." Bruno Mars from the Doo-Wops and Hooligans album, the best album of all time. I don't want to talk about it right now because it is factually. Okay, copyright. Good God.
Oh shit, you're right.
What are you doing? But yes, that song, that's correct.
I'd say not mad about it.
In terms of, because he has so many other huge songs,
Yeah, not
I'd
mad
probably
about
agree. Yeah, I'd probably put that there. All right, the next one we got is Locked Out of Heaven.
Whatever the second tier is? It's a banger for sure.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm okay with that.
All right, put it in. We'll never turn off when it comes on.
Yeah, it's a bop.
All right, our third one, we have Uptown Funk.
Holy banger. That's a great song.
It got so overplayed, though.
Yeah.
It got
don't
so overplayed.
I agree. I will say net will never. Yeah, I don't hold that
It's
as
not
high
top.
as
It's not his best. It's not one of his best songs ever.
Yeah, Rodgers got bodied on that one. That was kind of crazy.
What'd you say, Ryan? Where?
I always get bodied on these lists.
I'll say we'll never turn off when it comes.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
not even true, though. Actually, like I will definitely turn this song off.
I don't know.
You and Robbie
it's-
come to a decision on that one.
All right, we'll put it in 2 because Robbie has it at the top. We'll put it at second tier. On the next one, we have he's the feature on this, but we have Lighters with Bad Meets Evil and Bruno.
This one I'm gonna need a refresher on.
He's just the chorus, I think.
You
Or no, he's just the bridge too. Yeah,
Out I dream.
that one's a banger.
That is a banger.
It's a banging
Yeah.
song.
That's we'll never turn off.
Yeah.
All right. Nothing in the top tier so far. I'm gonna keep it there. So the next one is The Lazy Song.
That's a throwback.
Dude, come on now. It's gotta be a holy banger, right? Like, it's one of Bruno Mars' best songs ever. The Lazy Song?
Don't feel like picking up my phone. Damn. I want to only put like a couple songs.
Yeah,
in
I
Holy
feel
Banger.
that. So we
Yeah,
put it at
I agree.
top of Will Never Turn Off.
Sure.
All right, we'll put it at the top of Will Never Turn Off. Next one is Talking to the Moon. It's gotten a lot of traction on TikTok in the past few years for some reason. Talking to the Moon, another one off the Do Wops and Hooligans album. Go listen to that if you haven't. There's only one song that I don't love off that album, which is oh my god, it's the one that ends with blues. I can't remember what it's called. I heard there was I was listening to that album and I heard like the last song. It features CeeLo Green and B.O.B. and I was like, why have I never heard this before? It was actually Bob. I can't remember. I think it's like
I'm gonna say not mad about it. It's not a personal
okay, all right,
favorite.
fair enough. I would
mean,
agree.
it's good.
It's probably under all those other ones. I'd agree with that. We got Count on Me next.
That'd be a not mad about it for me. Like I'm not. That's not really moving the needle, but
not
it's not a
mad
bad
about it.
song. Yeah.
All right. We'll put it there. We have Billionaire by Travis McCoy and Bruno Mars.
That one's a bop.
That's a good one.
That's a bop.
Holy banger to me.
I forget about how many of these songs Bruno's.
That's
like,
what I'm
featured
saying,
on.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Bruno's
definitely
nuts.
forget.
By all of the things
Bro, that's gotta be Holy Banger, right? Like,
Yeah,
come
yeah,
on.
Holy
Yeah.
Banger.
Easy. All right. And then another huge song that Mr.
Nothing on You is Holy Banger.
Nothing on
Yeah.
You. Yeah, it was Nothing
Yeah.
on You is the next one.
Yep.
That one is.
I was
is
waiting for
indeed.
that one.
This next one, I believe this one is Just the Way You Are. Yeah, this one's Just the Way You Are. I feel like that's another Holy Banger. You're muted, Ryan.
Right, yeah, I can't hear you.
No, sorry.
I would personally put it in this thing. I'm never turning it off, but like, I'm not sure I would put it in the.
Did we?
banger tier.
Because sometimes I kind of just associate Grenade and Just the Way You Are. Are we saying Grenade is higher than Just the Way You Are? Because I feel like one of the two of them has to be in the top tier. At least one of the two of them. Is Grenade the better one? I feel like it's pretty close. They're kind of similar.
I don't know.
I'd probably put Grenade in the top tier. So I could stomach putting Just the Way You Are in the second tier.
Okay, I think I'm okay with that.
All right, we'll put Just the Way You Are there, and then we'll put Grenade. This next one,
Which one is Grenade?
it's the one with the grenade on it.
The literal grenade. I need to get a grip.
And then we got When I Was Your Man. This is a banger too.
I've unfortunately cried at this song.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, man. I just got over not wanting to talk about it.
This song's so good. I love
I
this
will
song.
100% turn this off though because I don't want to get in my
Yeah.
fucking field. The issue.
It's so good.
big stinker just because it makes Ryan
Big
in his feels.
Big stinker because sad.
All right, it's going in big stinker.
Stinker because sad.
Stinker because sad. We'll put it on the Instagram, but like people who haven't listened, will have no reference to why When I Was Your Man's in the last year.
And suffering.
Stinker because I don't know how to handle my feelings.
Oh, that ain't nothing new.
The next one is 24K Magic.
Yeah, that's a bomb.
That's a banger. That's a banger.
Is it a holy bang? Really?
Oh,
I got
holy
this thing
banger.
cranked. Hold up. Shut up.
Holy banger.
24K Magic is not better than some of those songs in that second tier.
Well, you're wrong.
Man, I'm just
Hmm.
all right.
Yeah, that's
I love this song, but I didn't think other people would like it that much, so we'll put it up there. Okay, underrated in my opinion. Treasure. I love Treasure. I think Treasure's a great song. Treasure.
It is uncomfortable, like how I know the majority of the lyrics to all these songs.
Bruno's.
And I didn't think I was a huge Bruno fan.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I'm a
Every
massive
single one's like,
Bruno.
yep, I know.
It's a yeah. Where are we putting Treasure?
He has 52 million listeners monthly on Spotify. That's
he's
fucking crazy.
'Cause he's one of the best artists ever.
Oh.
We've already been down the best album of all path part. Might as well just go all in.
He is number
Okay,
13
Bruno Mars is like my third favorite artist ever.
number 13 in the world.
He might be my second.
Is Anderson .Paak number one?
I have no idea.
All right, we're good. Wait, where are we putting Where are we putting Treasure? Because I would put it in the
Oh
second
my
tier.
God, Baylor. Good God.
I'll put it in the second.
Can't
tier.
hear him, luckily.
Yeah, those are some potty words.
Is he playing Call of Duty?
Yes, absolutely. He had a female over last night, and apparently she was like laying in bed, and he got on cot and started screeching.
Nice.
I mean, yeah.
All right, we're almost through this. We have Finesse. Doesn't have to be the remix version. I actually prefer the original version of Finesse.
Oh heavens, that's a word.
I'm not upset about it. I'm not mad about it.
I can feel that. I can get with it.
Oh, if it's the Cardi, it's the big stinker. It's like an absolute dookie.
Yeah, I don't like her verse on it. But
I don't
Is
like
it just
her,
is
but
it
here
just
we are.
because of Cardi though?
yeah.
Yes.
Like yes.
Yes.
100%.
All
Wait,
right.
but the picture has Cardi on it.
Yeah, but it's the
does.
remix because I couldn't find like the original one.
Don't worry, put that not mad about it.
Yeah. Next one, another one to get you in your feels. It Will Rain.
God, fuck.
This song is it's a banger.
We do. It's an anti-sad song
I know,
podcast as
I know.
well.
Bro, the funny thing is, I would put both those in the first tier easily. Like, we'll put them in stinker though, because
Cause
All right.
sad.
I know Ryan loves the song "Mirror," Lil Wayne featuring Bruno Mars.
Fuck, it is so
Banger.
hard.
Dude, Bruno. See what I'm saying, Robbie? Bruno is elite. Easily.
But these all of his, I like all of his features more. I think like all the songs he's featured on the ones I'm like, yeah, it's a banger.
I'll say we'll never turn it off when it comes on.
We'll put it up there.
Ding, ding.
We
What else
have
we got there?
"Leave the Door Open." One of the more recent, the one with Silk Sonic. Silk Sonic off the Silk Sonic album, which is another
Pac.
phenomenal album. Yeah, with Pat, obviously. With Mr. Pat. I'm a fan.
This is some fucking music. Good God.
It's called "Leave the Door Open." What did you expect?
Well, what did you expect?
Yeah, what did you? All right, what are we putting in? We're second tier, third tier.
Yeah, I need a 5-minute break.
I feel like it's on the category of not mad about it with all these other
Yo.
ones.
Not mad about it.
Hey
But
yo,
I'm out of pocket about it.
Always out of pocket.
always. This second to last one we have "Smoking Out the Window," which I feel like is one of the top 2 tiers.
Yeah, I would put it in the second tier, but close to the first tier.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I need a refresher.
Must have been 35, 45. That was enough in different knees.
I didn't like click the next song. Which one is this?
Alright, yeah, never turn it off. God, Bruno, you got some.
Dude, like
Boss.
people don't recognize Bruno Mars, man. And then the last one is That's What I Like off the 24K Magic album. I love this song, but I love Bruno. I just like all his stuff.
Hey, I got a condo in Manhattan.
Hey,
Baby girl's
what's happening?
Hey.
Everybody, so come on.
Yeah, it's not copyright if we sing it, right?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't know. It's in.
I will put it not mad about it. It's
Yeah,
top
I
and
agree
not
with
bad
that.
about it for me. Still
Fair
bop
enough.
though.
Oh, easily a bop. See, so I'll take a screenshot of this so I can send it to.
Elite.
Robert.
I don't know why I'm doing that.
You send it to the social media manager.
Of course.
Connor, I just want you to know, no one believed that your bet was going to hit. But you got like no votes for your bet to hit.
That's so sad. Well, it's probably not going to because if Gonzaga sells.
Yeah, I mean, mine's also not going to hit.
Oh, they're down by 6 with 3.5 minutes left, man. All right, we got it. We should probably sign off, boyos.
Yeah,
We still are in a podcast right now.
Yeah, that's crazy. It feels like we're just chilling.
This is absolutely.
So we got to start
live.
streaming. People can just hang out with us.
True. This is fact.
All right. Well, Ryan's distracted, but for the Bros in the Berg podcast, this is Robbie for Ryan and Connor.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Go listen to some Bruno. Have a good day.
Yeah.
And gamble responsibly.
Always.
Always gamble responsibly.